Hey guys, welcome. I'm Captain Foley, or Captain Prime, or Captimus Prime, or Captimus Folius Prime. I don't know. But we're going to be cleaning my Transformers collection today, and I thought I'd start off wearing my balaclava and my 3D glasses, but probably scaring all the small children out there, so I apologize. Let's take this off, shall we? Oh, and here comes everybody. Sweet. All right. I've got kind of a weird setup going on today. I've got a light up here, which will help, hopefully, for you guys to see everything. I don't want to make this super, super long, so we're starting at 10 to 12, which is good to know. Put my balaclava and stuff back. All right. So let's start with the top shelf. I'm going to pull everything off and dust it and show you guys what I got for my collection here. Again, any questions or anything, shoot them out. I'll endeavor to answer them as best I can, assuming I see them, because I will be busy cleaning here, but I'll definitely be taking a look. There's some interesting stories behind some of these for sure. Hopefully I can remember most of their names. It's been a while since I've gone through the collection, or actually even, whoa, it's been fast. My God, it's disgusting. Yeah, so I should remember everybody's name, but if I don't, I'm sorry, I apologize. All right, so hey Cap, it's Fleet Admiral here. Hey Todd. Hell, the Transformers been waiting for the story on some of those. Yes, yes, yes. Well, first off, we've got Computron. These are, of course, the Technobots that were created by Grimlock when he became smart in season 4 of the Transformers. These, I had them all. Got them all as a birthday gift from my brother Steve, which was absolutely fantastic. But, so I have them together as Computron. I am missing the one arm, which is actually my favorite one of them, which is the bike. Can't remember his name offhand, so I apologize. But I got all the other ones. In my divorce, these were left at my house, and my wife kind of did whatever she wanted to do with them. So I don't know where this one went. She probably had a friend's kid over or something who took it, because these all came back just scattered to the wind, basically. I'm missing a few of my more rare Transformers, which really bothers me. But I mean, that was 17 years ago. I should get over it by now. But every time I look at the collection or say I had that, it just pisses me off, because, you know, I know that I had it. And but anyway, since he's missing an arm, he goes back there against there. I need that bike back, though. I can't remember his name, but he's an orange futuristic motorcycle. So here is, of course, Devastator. Now, these are really, really dusty. Um, Now this Devastator is not a real Devastator. I don't have any of the, I think I have one or two of the original real Devastator toy, combiner Constructicons. But this one's a knockoff one that I got from the Gibraltar Market in London here. Very cheaply made, very loose and everything, but it's got the Decepticon symbols and stuff. So it serves its purpose for what it is. I do intend to eventually get all the original Constructicons and get me a real Devastator at some point, because this one does not go together well. But you know, for just being on the shelf at the back there, it's good enough, you know what I mean? Same with Superion here. These are the aerial bots. This one is also a knockoff that I got from I can't even say it now. The Gibraltar Market in London here. And if you're from London or from this area, you know all about the Gibraltar Market. It's famous around here. Just basically a huge flea market. This is another knockoff one, but it had all the right symbols and stuff in the right colors. So this one doesn't have any Autobots symbols. The Constructicons do have the Decepticon symbols, but this one, you know, you can tell it's Superion, you can tell it's the aerial bots. The colors are pretty much right. So again, gotta get me the official ones. Who are we gonna put at the back there? We got this guy, Grapple, I believe. He's got a brother around here somewhere. Yep, there he is. The red truck as well. I can't remember these guys' names, unfortunately. I think one's Hook or Grapple, and this one's Inferno. And these are Transfomers. Of course they're Transformers, stupid. They are Toys R Us re-releases of the Transformers. I've got the boxes in the other room. Kept all the boxes. The boxes are incredibly nice. But they're all packed away under the stairs right now. But, yeah. Okay, we've got one of the Seeker jets. This is not Ramjet, this is Dirge. No, it's not Dirge. I love the Seeker jets. They are all pretty awesome. Yeah, and like I said, guys, it's morning. I have to actually go get my coffee. So I'm kind of tired. I don't know exactly. I just need to get this done. So taking you guys along for the ride makes it more interesting for me anyway. Here's Trax. He's a Autobot. Turns into a Corvette. And he also is a Corvette that flies, which is cool. He's got wings in Corvette mode, or in his vehicle mode, that make him fly. We've got... Oh my god, why can't I think of the names? Just drawing such a blank right now. I didn't expect to start with these shelves, actually. I was going to start with Optimus Primes up there, but get these done because the top of the shelf is done. This one is also one of the Transformers, or the Toys R Us re-releases from Toys R Us. The Transformers re-releases from Toys R Us. There we go. English. English, my friend. English. Dirge. Okay, it is Dirge. Thank you, Paul. So he's of course referring to this one here. Okay, let's see over here, I guess. Dave's joined. Hey, Dave. Don't make fun of me for doing live stuff. Dave is my buddy. He's also known as Blappy. I've talked about him quite a bit. You guys have probably heard his name. He's famous and all that jazz. Here's Hot Rod. This is not Rodimus Prime. This is Hot Rod with his dual blasters there. I don't have a wheeljack. I don't have an original wheeljack, no. Sorry, Dad. Okay, we got, let's come over here a little bit. This always takes some corralling to get everything kind of displayed nice. But I mean, it's kind of par for the course. Here's one of the re-releases of Prowl, with the more modern kind of look. We got Skywarp here, which is like my favorite Seeker, the black F-15 jet. And the Seekers, the G1 Seekers, like they don't look very good in robot mode, in my opinion, the toys. But in jet mode, they look absolutely awesome. So I've got my favorite one here in jet mode, of course. We've got a re-released Starscream. In jet mode. And of course, no Transformers collection is complete without one of the most awesome Decepticons of all time, Soundwave. Now again, this one's not an original Soundwave. This is one of the Toys R Us re-releases, but you have to have Soundwave in your collection. I mean, come on, guys. Soundwave is just the best. I want to get the new Masterpiece Soundwave. I want to get all the Masterpiece ones. They're pretty awesome, actually. Of course, he came with all the tapes. Not all the tapes, most of the tapes. So we got Ravage. Mixtapes for the win, says Dave. And of course, I gotta put Ravage on his shoulder. Yes, he does stay. Just takes some corralling. And now I'm not going to get him to stay. That's awesome, guys. There we go. We've got one of the re-released Ravages. This one's really nice. Ravage is a hard one to get looking good. Did I say Ravage for Laserbeak? I'm sorry. Sorry. See, I'm tired, guys. Sorry. This is Ravage. Paul's correcting me, saying, I guess I called him Ravage, unfortunately. So, here's Gears. He's an original G1 that I got at a garage sale. Here's Nightstick. Now Nightstick's a gun. He's Cyclonus' gun. This is for a re-release of Cyclonus. This one was actually a keychain that I bought a few years ago, but it's designed exactly like the original G1 toy. So I just took the keychain part off, and well, you can see it at the top there. There's still the little loop where the keychain thing goes. But you know, when you see something like that for 12 bucks, even though it is a re-release keychain, you gotta grab it and add it to the collection. I don't know if you can see over here, I got Blaster. I got him at the Transfomers, or the Fan Expo in Toronto a few years ago. He was an exclusive for the show. He comes with, there's a tape inside him, and there's a few other tapes that are actually, there's one in here. The yellow guy turns into a rhino. This is my Beast Wars cup that actually changes color when you put something cold in it. The eye changes color. So here's one of the tapes. That's one of the ones that came with Blaster. Yeah. Few of these I snagged at garage sales, and I don't remember their names. There's this one I got because, well, it's an F-14, and F-14s are my favorite jets. Nightstick is part of the Headmasters. No, the Target Masters. This one's an F-14 jet, which of course, you know, I love F-14s. They're like my jet of choice. Here's the original Nightstick that came with my original Cyclonus, which ironically I never got back, and he transforms into a gun. Very simple transformation, but Braun, thank you. You guys are all correcting me, making me look like an idiot. I'm making myself look like an idiot by not knowing their names. Usually I'm on top of things, but just today I'm just not really feeling having to do this, but I do have to do it, unfortunately. Got this little guy. He turns into a jet as well. Don't know his name for the life of me. Another one that I got. Either a friend gave me or I got at a garage sale. If I see anything like this, I'll scoop it up. Even like thrift stores and stuff are great for finding stuff like this. And I encourage you guys to go to like the Goodwill or anything like that to look at the old toys, because you'll find some original stuff in there that's just awesome. This is not Bumblebee, this is Goldbug, but this is an original one that I had since I was a kid. And here's the original Ravage. The other one that I showed you was the one of the re-release ones. Here's the original one that came with my Soundwave. It's very thin, but could be Firefly, I'm not sure. Jesus Christ. Setting up Transformers is a real pain in the ass on the shelves to get them, because you gotta get them so you can display them nice so people can see what's going on. Taller ones at the back, of course. But things like this happen, where you put Ravage here in front of Starscream, and major pain in the ass. I'm gonna try to change that. That works a little bit better. There we go. So now on to the bottom shelf. So got some original sticker sheets lying around. Now for displaying Transformers, I always pick the mode that I think the toy looks best in to display it. Generally speaking, I mean, if I've got a theme going or something, I will stick with it. But on average, it's what looks best, whether it looks best in vehicle mode or robot mode. Huh, found two random parts back here. I don't know what they're from. So, if you guys recognize these, let me know. They aren't for any of these, I can tell you that. Gotta grab. Wet wipes are good for cleaning these things off as well. So first we got is one of the very first of the Masterpiece Transformers. When they first started coming out, they didn't make them exactly like they did back in the day. They usually picked a new car form, but they were bigger, more detailed, better transformations, things like that. So that's what this one is. This is a smoke screen. That was one of the very first ones that came out. It is Devastator and Superion at the back. So, oh, good God. One of my favorite G1 characters is Sideswipe, mainly because he was a Lamborghini, and I've always loved Lamborghinis ever since I was a kid. He was, of course, a Lamborghini Countach back in the day. This one is the Masterpiece Sideswipe, who turns into a Dodge Viper. In the Michael Bay movies, they made him turn into a concept Camaro, which just irks me to no end. I want my Sideswipe back. But my Lamborghini Sideswipe. But here's the Sideswipe Masterpiece. I know they have a Masterpiece, like an actual Masterpiece one now that's changes into a Countach. I gotta get it. I actually have to get two of them because I need one in car mode and one in robot mode. But I haven't had a chance to pick one up yet. The one I saw at one of the conventions here was a little overpriced. It was about $20 overpriced, and I tried to talk the guy down, but he wouldn't budge, which is just retarded in my opinion. He was asking like $120, which is actually about $40 overpriced for a Sideswipe. But I tried to get him down to 80 at first, and then 100, and he wouldn't budge. And that's just stupid, because you can find Sideswipe, the Masterpiece one, for like 60 to 80 bucks on eBay generally. And then you got to add shipping, of course, which is a pain in the ass. And here's Sideswipe's brother, Sunstreaker. This is also a Dodge Viper. But in the original G1 cartoon, they were both Lamborghini Countaches. Sunstreaker was kind of a modified one. But the Sunstreaker in the G1 had a big engine sticking out the back and was all custom, and just he didn't look like a Lamborghini, so he was never my favorite. This one here is another one of the Masterpiece ones. This is, I believe, is this one Smokescreen? What's the other one then? Oh man, I feel so stupid right now. But yeah, I believe this one's actually Smokescreen. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and checking this out. Like I said, I'm not very entertaining, but whatever. Especially when I'm cleaning, I'm distracted. And this is the Masterpiece Hound, who turns into a Jeep like he's supposed to, which is fine. And they're very dusty. This has probably been about 2 years since I've had a chance to dust these things, so. You know how it goes. So there's Hound. I'm pretty sure that's not Silver Streak. It doesn't ring a bell. I mean, it could be. He is silver. But I mean, it could be, yeah. That could be smokescreen. I seem to recall the silver one being smokescreen, though. I don't know why. Uh, yeah, I don't know, guys. Here is, of course, the masterpiece version of Prowl. Here's Prowl with his little Energon nightstick. And, of course, this one's really cool. I really like the way they did this one. This is the masterpiece version of Trax. And he turns into a Corvette just like he's supposed to. Not a second generation 1970s Corvette, though. He turns into like a modern day Corvette, this one. Which is cool, I guess. But I really like the way this one looks. He really holds true to the original G1 appearance. More or less. So. Here's the actual G1 Prowl. Yes, you're right, it was Silver Streak, because here's the original G1 Silver Streak. At least his license plate says Streak. Why don't I remember a Silver Streak from the cartoon, though? Do you remember Smokescreen? And I am a huge Transformers fan, guys. It's just been quite a while since I've watched G1. I've been watching Beast Wars and Transformers Prime lately. So, but there's Silver Streak. Some of them are Transformers Prime was fucking amazing. So was Beast Wars. I was very opposed to Beast Wars at the start because it wasn't the cars, but then they tied in the G1 and it just actually the writing and that is fantastic. Transformers Prime is really good. Transformers Robots in Disguise, Energon, the new one, I can't remember what it's called, but and Armada, they all sucked balls. So, oops, big fluff on the top. There's the original Bumblebee. Yeah, Kira, I got the 2 shells of Transformers that I'm going to do, or Transformers, of course, of Transformers. Oh my god. 2 shells of Optimus Primes that I'm going to do. So I know you're a truck driver, you'll be interested in that. So. There's just some little random guys that I've picked up. I have the Transformers Collector's Guide too that has all of the toys in it, so you can look them up on who they are. But I didn't do that before this live stream, obviously. I should have it actually in front of me, but then I'd have to flip through it and it would just take a lot more time. I don't want this to be too long, as you know, the cleaning of my Star Trek and stuff was really long, and my Star Wars stuff. So here's Blitzwing. Here's one I picked up at a Value Village, actually, a secondhand place. I wasn't sure of his name for the longest time, but I believe the name of this one is Ruckus. But it's just not my favorite looking car, but it's a Transformer, so gotta include it. If you get it at a good price, I mean, why not? Here's another one of my favorites as a kid, because, well, he turned into a Lamborghini Countach. This is Red Alert, which was a fire chief. Lamborghini Countach for some reason. Don't know many fire departments that could afford a Lamborghini Countach as their police chief's car, but whatever. Alright, I love how the G1s use so many of the same design, just for different... Change the color scheme, change the name. Here's another G1. And an original Jazz. Actually, no, this is not an original Jazz. This is a Generation 2 Jazz. Back in the 90s, they released... Well, yeah, they re-released the Generation 1 guys with a new comic book run. And a TV show that was basically just really badly redone G1. I really hate Transformers sometimes. I don't know about you guys, but most of the time, the instructions that come with it are fucking useless. I usually use the box as reference visually on how it should look, and transform it just based on that, because the instructions are usually shit. And here's one of the actual original Constructicons. Again, this is one I got at a secondhand store. Be surprised what people throw away thinking it's crap. Here's Blitzwing, one of the PVC figures. This is one of the newer ones I got, but I can't remember who it is. I think this is, again, this is another version of Nightstick, because this guy turns into a gun. This one's really well done, though. Put him up here, probably. Got this random gun that I don't even know who it belongs to. But it comes apart into two guns. And then goes together to form a kick-ass Cybertronian rifle. Here's one of the Combaticons. That's one of the ones built by Starscream, who formed Bruticus. Now, Bruticus is like one of my favorite combiners. Him and Predaking are pretty cool. I don't have either of those combiners, however. But here's one of the Combaticons. I can get him in there somewhere. I got a little Starscream crown for one of my Starscreams. That's it for those two shelves. So we're gonna move up now to the Optimus Primes, which is over there. Hold on, I just gotta adjust the tripod, guys. Earthquake. So yeah, as I've stated before, Optimus Prime is like one of my favorites, all-time favorites. And I never had him as a kid for some reason. Like, I guess my parents just couldn't find him because he was pretty popular, and to find it in the stores was kind of hard. So I never got Optimus Prime. I've since made up for that, in case you can't tell. I got 2 shelves of Optimus Primes here. So what I'm gonna do is clear them all off, put them all back, and you know the routine for this. So, and I got 3 more shelves, and then that should be it. We are running kind of, wow. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This might be a longer one, and I apologize for that, but we'll get it figured out, guys. Again, this will all be available on YouTube after the fact, so. Actually, you know what I might do? I might just stop it here, upload this one, and combine them all into one for YouTube. So I'm going to end this one right now, actually. I'm going to start the... Do I have the Mickey Mouse Optimus Prime? No. I'm going to take all the stuff off the shelf and then restart the live feed. So check back in probably like 10 minutes. I'll be live streaming again. I know, but I don't want it too long for... Well, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm just going to go right ahead. I want to vote right now from you guys. Should I end it or should I continue going on? Because if I end it, I can combine it all later for a YouTube one. Should I vote? Should I have you guys vote? I don't know. I think I should be decisive because I'm the captain. I'm going to keep going because some people are just joining now. So if that's okay with you guys, I'm just going to keep going. And yes, it'll all be up on YouTube, and I'll look like an idiot because I'm indecisive and I'm tired and I need to go get my coffee. Hold on one second, guys. That'll probably help a lot. Coffee helps. Tune in the brain. See, the problem is, though, it's going to be twice as long because I got to take everything off, put it on the bed, clean it, put it back. It's a major league pain in the ass, and I don't want to bother you people with wasting your valuable time. Why you guys even watch me baffles my mind, so. But I appreciate every second of it, I gotta say. Certainly nobody's twisting your arm to watch. See, I wanted to cut out this boring part by having this all done and then come back, but because watching me do this, it must be pretty fucking tedious. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so cleaned off finally. First off, we'll start with my Optimus Prime trailer, which is a Pepsi truck. Many will stand, some might fall. This I found at, it was a off-road vehicle convention. Guy was selling truck toys and stuff. He had Optimus Prime with the Pepsi. I got the, I'll show you the robot form of him in a minute, but with the Pepsi truck thing, he thought it was just a truck toy. So it still had the original stickers in here and everything. Everything's included in here. Roller and everything is here, which is amazing. So I got like the Pepsi version of Optimus Prime for, I believe it was like 20 bucks. With the sticker sheet. None of the stickers applied to Optimus Prime at all, anything like that. I should have just left it like that, but I of course had to put the stickers on. So it's got the Pepsi logo, which the sticker's actually loose because the glue's so old. You can see the original striping underneath the Pepsi logo. So that's the Pepsi Optimus Prime trailer. Of course, there's a Masterpiece Optimus Prime in the other room that came with the trailer, and that was from Toys R Us. And here's the trailer for him. The Optimus Prime in the other room you can see behind me in a lot of my unboxing videos and stuff, as well as some Trekyards videos. So, but here's the big trailer. Put the trailers at the back because, well, it's the most logical place for them. Alright, so here's one of the 25th anniversary Optimus Primes. One of the 25th anniversary Masterpiece Optimus Primes. I absolutely loved when these came out. I thought these were fantastic. Since then, they've done a better Masterpiece Optimus Prime, which is in the other room. He's a little bit smaller than this, but he's the one that came with the trailer, and it just looks so much better. This one, of course, you can make him talk. I am Optimus Prime, and I make blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I do. Continue. So there's that. There's also the Matrix of Leadership, which lights up. And his gun, there's 2 different kinds of this Optimus Prime. There's one from Japan, I believe, that has this taller smokestacks and a different gun. This gun was like all gray when I first got it, but I made it black like his, and I actually added some weathering and stuff, which you can't really see on camera here, but there's some weathering and, you know, some scuffing and stuff. I should show you too on his arms here. His one arm's got a little thing that pops up, and you got Starscream there, talking to Starscream. And on the other arm, there's a communicating thingy as well. Which, there we go. When it pops up, it's got Bumblebee, which makes a lot more sense. Than Starscream does. But, whatever. Of course, this one too also comes with the Energon axe that goes in his hand. You can transform his hand into his arm and use the axe. Just put the axe back there. Now, switching gears here for a moment, we've got, in Japan for Beast Wars, they had Leo Convoy that turned into a lion instead of a gorilla. And I have the Beast Wars 2 is what it's called on VHS somewhere in the house. Bootleg copy from Japan, but here's Leo Convoy. I always loved the design of this. Turns into a white lion, but the robot form is just so cool. This is one I got from Japan. Yeah, Kira was just saying that the smokestacks are shorter on this 25th anniversary for safety reasons for the kids. Japan has the longer smokestacks. Because apparently American children are stupid. So there's Leo Convoy. And there was another version of Leo Convoy, which for the life of me, the name escapes me right now. But he turned into a woolly mammoth. Again, another great piece of Transformer design, The look of this guy is fantastic. I can't for the life of me remember his name offhand, of course. Just having one of those days, guys. I apologize. But he's also from the Japanese Beast Wars. And definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of Optimus Prime. And just really cool Transformers designs. Snag it if you can. Again, this is from Japan, so but a fantastic looking robot, absolutely. And what collection of anything would be complete, or wouldn't be complete, without one of these, which is definitely a sign of the times, a bobblehead. Got a bobblehead Optimus Prime here. Back when the original Michael Bay Transformers movie came out, there was you buy the movie in a transformable CD case. This is the CD case. It's huge. And see, the movie's there, 2 discs. But there you have it. What the hell's going on here? Also, at the time of the 25th anniversary Optimus Prime, there was a cheaper knockoff version, which is just about the same size, but it's just hollow PVC plastic. The top, or the front part pops off. The Matrix of Leadership comes out, but, you know, it didn't come with a gun, didn't come with anything. I actually forget where I got this. It's got the longer smokestacks like it's supposed to, but just a cheap knockoff. Of this guy, actually. So you can see the relative size similarities. So you could feel like you had an Optimus Prime 25th anniversary masterpiece when you really couldn't afford one, because these were pretty pricey. Sure, let's do it that way. Whatever. This little cube. This is a puzzle. So you got Optimus there, you got Megatron there, G1. Do some transformations. Did I glue this? I must have glued this. No, I didn't. I taped it. Sorry, it's taped so that it won't open. But yeah, there's different scenes and things if you transform it. So, but I have it taped so that it doesn't open, because I have it sitting back here right now. This is a Transformers phone case that came out. This is the case for the phone case that came out after the first movie. Optimus facing off against Megatron, and just an empty case, but it's for the iPhone 4. Mr. Potato Head Optimus Prime, because reasons. Okay, so as I was saying about my side swipe, I usually got to get 2 of those because I like them. If they're a Lamborghini, I want one in robot mode and I want one in car mode. The same went for the 25th anniversary Optimus Prime Masterpiece. I got 2 of them. I have one in truck mode all the time because the truck mode's pretty fantastic, and one in robot mode just because I could. And here's the G1 Optimus Prime that came with the Pepsi truck, which was just like new when I got it. Didn't even have the stickers on it. But of course I had to put the stickers on it because, just because. Well, you can see through it. Hello, I see you. So I usually stand him up on the back here in front of the 25th anniversary Prime. Like I said, the 25th anniversary, or the Masterpiece Optimus Prime I have in the other room is not a 25th anniversary one, but it's actually, I like it better than this one. It's a little more detailed, a little more accurate in my opinion. And for the last Transformers movie, where we actually see Optimus Prime as a Peterbilt flat-nosed truck like he's supposed to be, they released this one, which is great in robot mode, but the vehicle mode's a lot better, so I have it in vehicle mode, and it just sits up here right like that. And I've got one of my Power Master Optimus Primes, old school. Again, this was got my grandma, when she was still alive. She used to work for a place in Stratford called the House of Blessing, which is to help out underprivileged people and stuff. So people would rely on donations. So they got stuff like this in all the time. So she snagged me a few of these Transformers, original Transformers that came through, and this was one of them. Each of these actually requires a little more time and loving care to get cleaned properly, but since I'm doing this for you guys today on here, and I want to kind of make it expedient, I'm not cleaning them to the level that they should be. So this one is actually given to me by a friend of mine who he was moving and he had this for his son, but his son didn't really want it anymore because his son was getting older. Because this one, it's not super interesting to me, but it's from the new movie. It's one of the nicer ones. But so there you go, one of the new Optimus Primes. a few years ago too, they came out with a 2 set. Had Optimus Prime and Megatron. This was one of the nicest Optimus Primes I had seen in some time. Just design-wise, it just looked like Optimus Prime from G1. And this toy always gives me static. Always gives me such a pain, like, trouble. Anyway, this is really nice looking. It's got a spinner thing on the back, so you hit this little spinner switch and the top spins like it's attacking Megatron. It's kind of stupid, but it's always loose. And but it looks fantastic in robot mode. Like, it actually looks like Optimus Prime. Which we hadn't seen anything like that for quite a while. So, of course, I naturally had to snag that up. They also released some G1 Transformers kind of with redesigned modes a little bit. There was a Bumblebee that was kind of like a Fiat, had a little water ski attachment trailer thing. But there was this Optimus Prime as well. Voyager, I think they were, which transforms into a nice truck with a nice aerodynamic top and stuff. But yeah, and from Beast Wars, we've got the Transmetal 2. I know he's not Optimus Prime, but Optimus Primal. Again, I wasn't into Beast Wars at first. I initially really boycotted watching it. But then it started getting really good, and I had to get the toys. Now, Beast Wars is one of my favorite Transformers shows, right behind G1 and Transformers Prime. Actually, Beast Wars would be number 2. G1, Beast Wars, then Transformers Prime. And if you watched my appearance on the Old Ass Retro Gamer, where we're talking about Transformers video games, one of my favorite games of all time, well, my top Transformers is Fall of Cybertron. And here's one of this is from War of Cybertron, which is the first one in the series. So War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron have some amazing stories, great gameplay, excellent character designs. And if you don't watch Old Ass Retro Gamer, you should be ashamed of yourself. I would suggest right now clicking the search bar and looking up Old Ass Retro Gamer on YouTube and watching that appearance by me. But yeah, we talked about Transformers games and whatnot. It was really fun. I've been on there twice. We talked once about Star Trek games. Me and Samuel were on there, the Trekyards team. But since Samuel doesn't do Transformers, he did not come on for the Transformers one, obviously. But here's Optimus Prime from Armada. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jack. Jack was just saying he had all the Beast Wars toys, but they all died in a fire. A lot of this next shit is just random stuff I've got. We're getting down to the smaller nitty-gritty stuff, so Cleaning it's a pain in the ass, but we got this guy. Which I don't know what he's from, to be perfectly honest with you. Interesting Beast Wars fact here. Optimus Primal was originally going to be a bat, and Megatron is going to be a crocodile. So here's the original Optimus Primal in bat form. Glad they changed that. That was just odd. An odd choice for the character. But an interesting piece of Transformers history and trivia that not a lot of people know about. And definitely cool to have the toy of it. And there's just other little random ones from different franchises, whether it be Cybertron or Armada or Energon, or just re-release of littler versions of Optimus. This here is a keychain from Transformers Armada. Keychain there. Michael Bay, Transformer, Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime candy dispenser. That's not a Pez dispenser, it's like a round candy, but little PVC Optimus Primal with his blades. Beast Wars. Okay. This is one of the cooler things I found at a convention not that long ago. The world's smallest Transformers. Here's the box for Optimus. He's got an original sticker sheet in there as well, but the box is exactly the same. And it came with a very tiny little Optimus Prime truck. And this, which is the G1 Optimus Prime. Got its little gun. Exact same transformation as the G1. So it's the smallest Transformers in the world, they say. Whether I believe that or not, I don't know. This one too, which is, I believe, out of Japan. Hope I don't drop it. It's one of the clear PVC figures. Oh, also a birthday card.
There is greatness in you. You are a strong leader and a true hero. The universe needs more fathers like you. Happy Father's Day.
A Father's Day card from my son Christian. Doesn't sound like Optimus Prime. Sounds like a barbarian or a caveman.
There is greatness in you. You are a strong leader.
Oh, you are a strong leader. But that was pretty awesome. There's a lot of these little PVC figures. I can't remember where I got these from, but like they come apart. And they only have like one stance. But they're kind of cool. Optimus Prime, but there's his robot mode. That's all it is. It's just a little truck. Optimus Prime pointing his gun up. Another of the vinyl. This one's got the Energon axe. Oh, sorry, this is the... My apologies. This is the smallest Transformer in the world right here. That's the one that came with the little truck in the box. Right here. This one came with Mr. Potato Head. Just transformed truck form. This is one, it came in like a Kinder Egg kind of thing. You got one of the Trio Transformers. Trio Optimus Prime. This one is die-cast metal with a plastic gun. And yet another one with the Energon axe. There maybe. And lastly, well, almost lastly, this little guy, again, another one of the pointing ones, but put him up here. Matrix of Leadership. This is from the 25th anniversary one that's in truck mode. I took the Matrix out, so I can have the Matrix on display. I also got some Energon. It's actually just a science experiment that my kid did, but the crystals looked exactly like raw Energon from Beast Wars, so. Alright, so that's that shelf. And again, see, this is taking a lot of time, and I hope I'm not boring you guys. Got a whole other shelf of Optimus Primes to go through. So, I'll just get to it, I guess. Again, sorry for the time this is taking, guys. I didn't expect it to take up this much time. But aha, see? Here, I don't know if you can see it, but the magic's revealed. I've got the Transformer Monopoly game up here as a backdrop, but it's on something else so it's the right height. So I ruined the illusion for you guys, I'm sorry. I'm just going to take you guys down for just a second. Show you guys the shelf. Under here we've got from the Transformers movie, the Flinticular. And the Monopoly game there. You can kind of see what I was talking about. So first up is from 7-Eleven or somewhere. It's one of the straws, promotional straws for the movie. That just goes at the back because reasons. That's why. So from Beast Wars, we've got Optimal Optimus right here. This is after Optimus Primal held the Matrix of Leadership in his chest while Prime was getting repaired from Megatron's attack, the G1 Prime. So he became Transmetal Optimal Optimus. There's also this little plush figure, and it actually does transform. It's got Velcro. It transforms into the truck form, but I'm going to leave him like this. He just goes back there. This is from one of the Michael Bay movies. This is from Transfomers Energon? Or is it Armada? Can't recall. It's from one of those god-awful series. Then from Beast Machines, which was the sequel to Beast Wars, we've got this Optimus Primal. There's also a bad version of Optimus Prime called Nemesis Prime, who's got a really wicked cool paint scheme actually. But this is him here. Decepticon logo on the side. So bad version of Optimus Prime. So you guys just gotta get in some nitty-gritty cracks here. Get this cleaned out as best I can. Alright, so Nemesis Prime. I never got the original Optimus Primal from Beast Wars, but later they did a tie-in crossover comic with a time travel story or a interdimensional story or something like that. And they had this version of Optimus Primal with a little bit different colors. Same toy mode and construction and everything, but yeah. I'm gonna have to cut this short, guys, because I just got a low battery warning, which means I gotta go recharge the battery. So after this shelf is done, we're gonna call it a wrap for this video, and then I'll come back a little bit later to do the Megatron shelf and then the last shelf underneath that. So this is taking much longer than I thought. Here's another Power Master Optimus Prime that I got from a secondhand store, complete. A lot of people had Power Master Optimus Primes. That much I do know. There's also another Optimus Primal from Beast Machines, which was not at all accurate to what we saw on the show, but that's him here. And yet again, my friends, here's another one that I got from a secondhand store. This is why I said that a lot of people had Power Master Optimus Primes, apparently. Another complete Power Master Optimus Prime with its little plug-in module and everything. So it pays to go shopping around for an Optimus Prime mask. basically looking at secondhand stores and stuff, just for toys, old books, anything old that people don't want and don't think are worth anything. Collectors just eat that stuff up. We got a Creo Optimus Prime here. The Lego knockoff guys. Here's yet another Optimus Prime Power Master. So I got a few of those, in case you didn't notice. And going back to the whole masterpiece collection, how they initially came out with like different alt modes and things for these classic characters. Like there were still G1 characters, the same name, same look in robot mode, but here's Optimus Prime as a Dodge SRT pickup truck. So yeah, that's about it, guys. The only other things I had on the shelf were a Unicron head, destroyed Unicron head, and a Optimus Primal, and then a Michael Bay little PVC guy. That's it, guys. We're going to call it a wrap. That is my 2 Optimus Prime shells and some of my other Transformers. We're going to finish off with the Megatrons in just a little while, and then the bottom shelf, which is just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, and then I'll be done for now. I have a lot more Transformers and stuff, but they're all packed away in bins and in storage right now because I just don't have the room for them. So thank you guys for tuning in and putting up with me. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. Like this will be available on YouTube as well later, so you can check it out. And yeah, looking forward to seeing y'all again soon. I don't know if I'll come back later today. It's only 1:30, so I might. Probably about, let's aim for 2:30. 2 o'clock, 2:30, check back. I'll be starting on the Megatron shelf and stuff. Or if you want to wait, I'll edit it all together and upload it to YouTube. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you very soon. Or just in a second if you're watching on YouTube. Alright, so we're back with the Megatron shelf. Try to adjust this lighting a little bit. So sorry for the other one taking so long, guys, but just the way it's turning out, unfortunately. Getting the lighting here so you guys can see might be a problem. Alright. I guess that'll work, kind of. So yeah, just finish up the Optimus Primes and stuff, as you guys saw. A few other things on these other shelves here. Got the Megatron shelf to do, and then the last miscellaneous shelf, and then I'm going to be done with this for now. So there you have it. All right, so let's get this stuff cleared off of here. This is primarily Megatron. There's a bunch of other stuff here as well, but I just watched that other video back, most of it, while I was charging my phone and stuff, and I can't believe how many names I forgot, like Brawl and or Brawn and all those guys. So I apologize for all that. Just really tired and just not with it today. I don't know what's up, but my apologies, my friends. Thanks for bearing with me. Hopefully you guys are getting some kind of entertainment value out of this. Not just laughing at me. Although that can be entertainment value, I suppose. I find that watching them back, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that guy's name is. But while I'm here doing it, I can't think, and it's just annoying. So all your input and stuff, guys, to help me out, greatly appreciated. So who's here now? We got 3 people. Jack's here. That is a lot of Megatrons, Jack. It is, absolutely. Like I said, this video, along with all of the other like the Optimus Primes and stuff, will all be on one video on YouTube. I'll combine them all into one. And again, as I said too, this is not my entire collection. A lot of it is still in bins, unfortunately, in storage. I just don't have anywhere to store it. I need to get some glass shelves that are like airtight so that dusting is not a problem. But you work with what you're given, I guess, and that's how it goes. Alright, so we'll start off with this bad boy, who's a real major pain in the ass to dust. Now, of course, this is the Michael Bay Megatron from one of the movies. I can't remember which one because they change in every movie. This one turns into a jet, so I'm assuming it's the first movie. I don't even know where I got this one. But, ooh, there we go. This lighting's awful. Hold on, let me try something. Let me try something which should help. Hopefully that's better for you guys to see. So we got the Michael Bay Megatron, which in his own right is kind of cool. I don't really have much of a problem with him like a lot of people do. The fact that he wasn't voiced by Frank Welker for the first movie kind of bothered me, but they eventually corrected that mistake and got Frank Welker back. I've since heard that because there was a scheduling conflict with Frank Welker that he couldn't do the first movie, but initially what I heard was that they thought that he sounded too old and not menacing enough to be Megatron, which I was really annoyed with, because I don't think that's the case at all. If anything, the more tired, older Megatron sounds more evil to me, but it's one of my all-time favorite ones. This is after Megatron from Beast Wars gets the original Megatron's spark in him and becomes the dragon, which is a fantastic design. Absolutely love it. So he's back there. This Megatron I just got at a Value Village, just part of the toys section they had there. Paid a couple bucks for it. Just one of, this is the one from Transformers. I believe it's Armada. Turns into a tank. And like I said earlier, Value Villages, Goodwills, in the States it's Salvation Army, whatever. Go to those stores because a lot of people get rid of old toys and things thinking they're not worth anything, and it's a great place to scoop up some good value and find some really cool stuff. Most of them are missing parts or whatever, but you can pick up the parts at a garage sale or even online on eBay. Miscellaneous parts are pretty cheap to find. Just finding them is always kind of a problem. But I got a lot of incomplete figures. This is Galvatron, the G1 Galvatron. It's missing his gun and stuff. But to have the original figure is more valuable than not having it at all, even if it's not complete. So there's Galvatron. Like I said, I originally wasn't a fan of Beast Wars very much. I was very annoyed when it came out. You know, why are they doing Beasts now? Blah, blah, blah. They have the technology that can make the G1s look really cool with the computer animation. But eventually I realized how good Beast Wars was. The writing's fantastically phenomenal, as is the storytelling, the overall arcs, and the fact that they tied in the G1 stuff really impressed me. So here we have Beast Wars Megatron. So I'm going to put him over here. And tying in right along with him is the Transmetal Megatron from Beast Wars as well. Put him back there maybe. And to match with my other Optimus Prime bobblehead that I just showed you guys not that long ago, we've got the Megatron bobblehead. Like I said, the shelf is not specifically Megatron related. There's a lot of other miscellaneous stuff on here, but this is all the Megatrons I have. I do not have a G1 Megatron, guys. As much as I want one, I haven't been able to find one at a good price. I would want him complete because I want all the parts. And he's one that I would be displaying in gun mode because the robot mode is absolutely atrocious. The location of the trigger on the robot mode is just awful. Many of you know what I'm talking about. Here's from War for Cybertron. Again, a fantastic design for Megatron and some of the best Transformers games ever made. But yeah, no original G1 Megatron, which is sad. Next up here, I was talking earlier about my original Cyclonus. That was one that my brother had bought for me as well for a birthday present or something. One of my favorite toys because the jet mode's awesome, the robot mode's cool, but I didn't get that back from my ex-wife. As I didn't get a lot of things back from my ex-wife, which is a shame, but it is what it is. But I got this Cyclonus, which was one done a few years later. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here's one of the, I don't know if it's a Burger King toy or whatever, but this is the Megatron from Transformers Prime. Again, a fantastic adaptation. Transformers Prime is one of the best. Hey Ash, how's it going? My good buddy Ash is here. Transformers Prime is one of the best adaptations of Transformers shows. Like I said, most of them, like Energon, Robots in Disguise, Armada, they were all kind of shit shows, and I didn't watch them. I didn't enjoy them. I'd seen the odd episode here and there. You know, I'd watch the first few episodes to see whether I wanted to get into the new series. And generally speaking, they suck. Even the one that's on TV now is absolutely god-awful in my opinion, but... So, here is a G1 Megatron, but like a little standy thing. Don't remember where I got this one. Let's see, what else do we got here? I'll just start with the back here. Here's another Starscream. Here we have Thundercracker. See, now that I'm more awake and more alert, I kind of know what the fuck is going on. Pardon my language. Yeah, really, pardon my language. I didn't mean to swear. I do swear a lot, though. I've been trying to cut it down for YouTube videos and things like that, but just who I am. But here's Thundercracker. And that's a Toys R Us re-release. Oh, Cyclonus is drunk. Here's a newer, more modernized version of Grimlock. Here's one of the Seekers, one of the cone heads as they're called. Who is this? Is this... I can't remember who this one is. Got in a little late. Do you have Ultra Magnus, and do you have already shown him? I don't have Ultra Magnus, the original one. I do have one of the re-released ones, but again, that's one of the ones that's in storage. I've got about 5 big Tupperware bins full of Transformers. I just have a few of them on display here. So I can't go through my whole entire collection, unfortunately, because it is packed away. One day I might do a video of all of them. I'm just doing the ones that are on display right now. Why some of these are on display is just because I've bought them recently, like in the past couple years, and just didn't want to add them to the collection that's in bins. I just thought I'd throw them on here. Other ones are here for a specific reason, because they're like one of the original ones, like Galvatron or any of my Optimus Primes and stuff. The Optimus Primes all have to be available and out. And if you guys missed earlier, don't worry, this will all be uploaded to YouTube, and you can watch them all spliced together. I'm going to get the last session we did, which was all these shelves here, and my 2 Optimus Prime shelves, so I'll be put into one video for you guys to enjoy. Here is Rodimus Prime, one of the re-released ones. Here's one from my childhood. This is a... Well, it's an Ultra Magnus, so there you go. There is an Ultra Magnus here. But it's one of the voice changers. Comes with this little rubber tube at the back. And it makes a sound. So you put it in the side of your mouth and say whatever, like, I am Optimus Prime. It's supposed to give you like a robotic sound effect, but it's kind of god-awful. But one of my original ones from when I was a kid, so... Really can't complain too much about that. Put him there. Here's a Megatron from Michael Bay. Pen. Megatron. And he just goes in the back there just because. Alright, so now a bunch of other smaller stuff. As we mentioned earlier, the original Beast Wars Optimus Prime and Megatron are going to be a lot different. Optimus Prime was going to be a bat. Megatron was going to be an alligator. Here's the original Beast Wars Megatron. I'm glad they went with what they did finally, though, because I can't see these being a great design choice, but whatever. It's one of the Insecticons, a re-release. This is Bombshell or Shrapnel, I can't remember. Bombshell. I'm glad I checked. I got the card up there. So there's Bombshell. Here's just a small Megatron, and they even have the orange tip on the gun, which is really stupid, especially for something that size, but what are you going to do, right? Him back there. Again, I got some of those PVC figures, which are from, maybe they're from Japan. They come in colored, and then the pewter style. So there's this G1 Megatron here. I love seeing the lights fly across the screen. It makes me happy, guys. So that's Megatron with a laser beak on his arm. I got the same PVC, but for Devastator. The pewter look. Here's another one of those PVC sets. This one's a colored one, not the pewter one. And this is Megatron with his little Energon mace. Cannot stand Rodimus Prime. Yeah, Rodimus Prime was kind of annoying, a whiny little brat in my opinion, but what are you gonna do, right? We got the small version, the Armada Starscream. Got the Beast Wars Megatron with the golden disc. We all know the importance of the golden disc, don't we? If you don't, you should be watching Beast Wars. Got the T-Rex Beast Wars little figure. One of the little Seeker toys. Ah, shut up, Kalo. That's my cat, Kalo. It's a really nice day outside, and she wants to go outside. She was outside. That's why she wasn't meowing earlier for the other video, but my son let her in, so we're gonna have to put up with her meowing, maybe. And now we're getting into more miscellaneous stuff. The bottom shelf's full of miscellaneous stuff. Some original G1 characters, some Beast Wars guys. But we'll get into those in just a minute. We got Unicron attacking Cybertron here. We got one of the Megatron guns that came with the 25th anniversary Optimus Prime. Another Beast Wars Megatron. little die cast Grimlock with his gun and his sword. Galvatron. Little Thundercracker. And they got a stand with the smoke, but he comes off the stand. But you can't stand him up because he's in that pose, so you got to have him on there. And Megatron toy of him in tank mode from the movies. Got a little Creo Starscream figure. And my son's up there playing with the dog, so the dog's barking too. This little guy, not sure what his name is, but he's got a little orange gun like Megatron's. And of course, we got the little Megatron Creo figure. Because why not? Because reasons. So now we're on to the last shelf, which is the bottom shelf. Again, lots of great stuff in here. This is very much a miscellaneous shelf, but it's all Transformers. Like I said, some of it are G1 Transformers, like original G1 Transformers. Some are reissues. And then just some smaller ones like Creo ones or PVC ones. But we will walk you through, I will walk you through those, and we'll, oh, I forgot my Megatron straw matches my Transformer, or my Optimus Prime straw up there at the top. Where am I going to put it? Put the back here. Whoever out there was a fan of Rodimus Prime, I got a Rodimus Prime here. Take a look at him in just a second, though. And who out there is a fan of Beast Wars? I know a lot of people hated Beast Wars. I initially hated it, like I said, but it's so good, guys. If you're not a fan of it, I suggest you actually watch it. Like I said, the storytelling, the writing is fantastic. It actually won an Emmy, I believe, at least one or two for its storytelling and writing. It's definitely worth checking out. Oh, so many figures, holy crap. And so much dust. I don't know if you guys can see the dust on here, but wow. What happens when you don't dust for 2 years? Plus, it's also a bottom shelf on a carpeted floor. And we have pets, 2 cats. And we did have 2 dogs, so now down to 1, unfortunately. But so we will. So these bottom shelves are awful for collecting dust and hair. As much as you vacuum, as much as you clean, it's just... And cleaning these is a real pain in the ass, as you guys can see. But, alright. Like I said, Lysol wipes are the way to go to clean these. They're wet, so they clean pretty good. Here's one of my favorite characters from Beast Wars, Tigerhawk, who is Tigatron and Air Razor after the aliens combined them basically and returned them to Earth as a probe, and then they eventually lost control of him and he became Tigerhawk, one of the Maximals. But fantastic. Fantastic design toy, really cool looking, and definitely one of my favorites. Alright. Another one of my favorites was Silverbolt, who was a Fusor, part wolf, part hawk. A very chivalrous character. His wings should probably be like that, but displaying him like that can be a bit of a problem. But we will give it a go and we'll see what we can do. Another one that's hard to display is my Tarantulas. Again from Beast Wars. This is the Transmetal Tarantulas. And Tarantulas was a great character. He was very sneaky and conniving. Reminded me a lot of like Quark from Deep Space Nine, or even Sloane from Deep Space Nine from Section 31. Just a character you can't trust. Turns out he was part of the Predacon secret police. But there's the Transmetal one. Speaking of the Predacon secret police, there was the original Ravage was rebuilt and reformatted as a Predacon for Beast Wars for the last part of season 2, the last three episodes called The Agenda, parts 1, 2, and 3. That toy I had. Again, that's one I didn't get back from my ex-wife. It's a rare one from Japan. To find them now online is $600 or more in box, maybe $200 out of box. But I had them. I still have the original sticker sheet that has the original Megatron and stuff on it, because he played a transmission, or he got played a transmission by the new Megatron, because the new Megatron was trying to basically escape, because Ravage went and snagged him to arrest him, because the Tripredacus Council wanted him arrested. Long story. Anyway, I had the redone Ravage that was in Beast Wars. Great toy, but didn't get it back from my ex-wife. Here's the Transmetal Cheetor. I've got a lot of the original figures, like the original Cheetor. Oh, it was right here actually. A lot of my other Beast Wars stuff is actually, again, stored away in bins, which is a shame. But so here's the original Cheetor. They just released a Masterpiece Cheetor, which is phenomenally awesome. They've released him and Optimus Primal, and they're both fantastic. They look exactly like they did in the show. The transformations is incredible. Both Robot Mode and Beast Mode look exactly like the show. They're working on a Dinobot right now. But those are ones I really want to get, but they're kind of pricey. And they're bigger too, so. Here's the Rhinox from Beast Wars. So I've got actually, I think all of the Cheetors. Here's the Transmetal 2 Cheetor. I've got the Transmetal Cheetor and the original Cheetor here as well. I also have the big Cheetor toy that stands about this tall from Beast Machines. So much dust on these things. Jesus. Here's the original tarantulas. Tarantulas. And Waspinator. Waspinator. Poor Waspinator always got beat up, destroyed, blown apart, but always came back. Got Waspinator there. These are tough to display, some of them, because of all the little arms and appendages that they have, because they're insects and stuff, which is irritating. But this is another one that I got at a garage sale, actually, like 25 cents in a bin full of toys. This is one of the G1 Transformers. Can't think of his name offhand. He transforms into a double-headed dragon. Put him on the back. Here's one of my original triple changers. This is Octane, who transforms into a 747 and also a tanker truck. This is one of the newer Transformers, but it's based on shoot, one of the aerial bots. The leader of the aerial bots. Silver Streak? Oh, what's his name now? My God, man. Thought I was back on the ball with this stuff. Anyway, the leader of the aerial bots. That's one of the newer ones. I also got some animation cells and stuff that came with my DVD set. Little Shockwave figure. This actually comes with these were the blind boxes. You could buy these little boxes and have the Transformer in it, and that's the one I got. I'll show you him in a second. Here he is right here. Little plastic guys who they just snap together rather poorly, I might add. Oh, like seriously, his arm just fell out. Oh. Come on. Anyway, so one of the Insecticons. So cheaply made, these things. Like, seriously, how hard is it to keep that in that slot? Apparently it's pretty freaking hard. Alright, I'm getting a little sore. I'm getting old. Getting old in my old age, man, don't you know? Here's my Transmetal Rat Trap. Again, awesome character. They kind of ruined him in Beast Machines. He kind of became a bit of a pansy. But in Beast Wars, he was absolutely awesome. And as I said, one of my favorite characters. Here's the original Rat Trap toy. Original Dinobot. Can't wait to see the Masterpiece Dinobot because it's done such an amazing job with all the other Masterpiece ones that I'm really looking forward to that. Some videos on YouTube if you want to look up Masterpiece Optimus Primal, Masterpiece Cheetor, and then Dinobot will be next. Here's Air Razor. Tigatron, who later becomes, combined with her, Air Razor becomes Tiger Hawk, as we've already discussed. This episode I just watched the other day, actually. The episode Transmutate, where one of the stasis pods in Beast Wars becomes damaged, and the thing that comes out is not formed properly, the protoform. And you had to buy a bunch of the original Transformers. Each one had a piece of this. There was 5 different pieces. So I got them all and got Transmutate. Which is a very sad episode, by the way. The voice of Transmutate was actually Susan Blair? Was it Blair or Blue? I can't remember. But she played the original RC in the Transformers movie, the original movie. Here's my Rodimus Prime. Give me a second, just gotta clean them off here. Kind of the purpose of this whole endeavor. So Rodimus Prime, which is an awful design. I mean, it's neat looking and all, but really, that's the leader of the Autobots after Prime dies. Really? Unacceptable. This was the Bumblebee I was referring to earlier that comes with a little trailer with a little Sea-Doo on the back. And we've got Retgar, one of the Junkions. Junkions are, of course, from the original Transformers movie. But this toy is really cool. It's better than the original toy, but you got Retgar. Had to get this one when I saw it. It was just such an awesome looking figure. Another Hound figure. One of the re-released Hounds. Again, thanks to everybody tuning in. Sorry if I don't see your comments or questions, but as I stated, I gotta get this done. So Alright, what else do we got here? We got one of the re-released Mirages. Mirage. This is actually a really well done figure. I like the way they did this one. Got the Creo Bumblebee. And these Creo figures, I know they're knockoff, like Lego, but they've done a really good job with the Transformers stuff. Got an original Jazz here, G1 Jazz toy, which I'm jazzed about. No, I'm sorry, guys. It's embarrassing. I know. Got a G1. It's gonna sound funny, but I got a G1 cup. Not the cup you're thinking of if you're into athletics. No. Cup. Which looks awful in robot mode, so that's why he's in vehicle mode here. One of the lately released, it's Powerglide. Love this character. The design on this is fantastic. Got the Rodimus Prime PVC from Japan. Again, this the pewter look, holding the matrix of leadership. Got the Autobot Arc. The arc on the front and then like a booster thing on the back. I don't remember what this is from, but got that one. Got the most god-awful toy and character ever. Wheelie. Again, got this from a garage sale. He's missing his canopy, but and the robot mode is absolutely atrocious, so that's why he's in vehicle mode. This guy, I can't remember his name or what he's from specifically, but it was a pretty cool little toy I thought I'd grab. Yeah, I can't remember his name for the life of me. But neat little toy. Shrapnel toy. It's just one of the little PVC figures. Rat Trap. Grimlock. Got a Starscream. Again, guys, there's a lot of other cool stuff in the other room that I'm going to have to clean in a separate video. All the stuff behind me on the shelves, when I do my Trekyards episodes and stuff, that'll be a separate video. I've got a bunch of cool Transformers there as well, which if you're interested, you should check out when I do that one. There's another Starscream. That's the word. Rodimus. Bumblebee. Black Arachnia. Again, I've got some Black Arachnia toys as well, but they're stored away. Which I hate saying that. I just wish I had room to display them, but I don't have enough room with all the kids still being at home. Thomas will hopefully be leaving soon. He's 20, so... Predaking, one of my favorite combiners. And this one too, I'm not sure what his name is either. But absolutely love the design. I'm running out of room here. Par for the course when you start cleaning stuff. Nothing goes back the way it ever was. Even watching the other video back from earlier, I was like, damn. I came back out and I moved a few things around because when I put them back, I didn't put them back where it looked very good. So, a little Creo sound wave, which actually I can put some of these over here. This other guy's here. So that's pretty much it for the Transformers in here, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. Got a few other Creo guys here that I've collected, which I don't think I'm going to be putting back on these shelves right now. And this guy, whatever the hell he is. Alright, so that's it, guys, for now. Again, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to show you actually. So I got my computer out because I need to charge my phone. I got drawers full of stuff. Like stuff that I can't display. Because I don't have room. Just random ass stuff in these drawers. Which I'd love to go through with you guys at some point, but not today, not today. So a bunch of stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in, checking out some of the Transformers collection. Like I said, there's much more to it. But these are just the ones that are on display right now. My Lamborghinis. Some other Transformers there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in for my Transformers cleaning, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, learned a few things, maybe saw some things you used to have, brought back some memories, whatever. No, you cannot have the Enterprise D that's in the drawer. I've had that since I was like 17, 18, but maybe younger actually. But we'll talk about that more later. Anyway, thanks guys for tuning in, and check out YouTube later where the whole video will be up there, edited all together with all this stuff. So we'll see you later. This is Captain Foley signing off, and as Optimus Prime would say, transform and roll out. See you soon, guys. Bye.